Hey y'all, welcome back to Lorena's Kitchen, cooking in the urban studio. So tonight, as promised, I am showing you my Southern charm. So we have our awesome beer battered, baked, fried okra, kinda fried, appetizer with our spicy ketchup awesomeness. And our main meal is going to be some rice and beans with some collards and some steamed corn on the cob. And we're gonna get that all going now too. So first things first, I want to heat up my pan for my collards because I'm gonna get some onions going in there. So I have a big pot for my collards because you do need some space. I wish my Maria was here because my Maria would so want some greens, and I feel bad because I owe her greens and I have not delivered. So I do promise I will get you one day, Maria. You will have my greens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking some canola oil. Get my pan is hot. Just make sure I coat the bottom of it with some canola oil. And I have 4 small onions about this size, diced up, small dice. All right, we're gonna get that going. Definitely sauteed. We're gonna enhance the flavors. I want that to get a little bit cooked down. We're gonna make sure our collards are ready to go. For our collards, we're gonna be using also some vegetable broth. So I have some of your Kitchen Basics, vegan, organic vegetable broth I'm gonna be using. And with your collards, make sure they are really good washed. They're so beautiful. They're one of my favorite things in the entire universe. I like to take off the extra stems at the bottom, so it'd be about at least an inch usually. Unless of course you're growing some collards yourself, and then you'll let me know when you got them in harvest, because I was so by. Do about an inch I cut. Every inch you cut. Some people remove the stems. You can remove the stems, but the way that we're going to make them is going to make the stems tender so you can eat them as well. This. I'm going to put this on the side. So I've got my collards. I have 1 bunch, which is plenty for, like 3 to 4 people, depending on how well your people love your collards. That really is a big thing too. Not everybody's into it. I adore collards, and I could probably eat a whole entire bunch myself. So, but that's just the fatty in me, obviously. Okay, so my onions are going. They're smelling quite fragrant here, which anyone that knows me knows that I love to smell my beautiful, fragrant gloriousness. That's going. I have water boiling for my steamed corn. So if you have a little contraption like this, that's great for steaming stuff. Just like a very old school, my mama type thing. So I'm gonna use that to steam my corn in. You do need obviously then a pot, water up until the point where you're about to reach the bottom of that steamer contraption, and obviously the lid. So I have 2 corns on the cob, but I cut them in half, so I've got 4 little cute little cobs. And they're just gonna go in there. Then I'm gonna start on their cooking because I'd like everything to get done. So I got that going. My onions are getting nice and fragrant. And then we're going to add our collards and add our broth, and then we're gonna pretty much be good with that. I am actually gonna, since I like I'm a spicy lady. I'm gonna do 1 like tablespoon of red pepper, crushed red pepper, and merely about a little itty bitty bit about salt, and a half a teaspoon of salt. I like to eyeball everything. That's the type of cook I am, because I believe everything is a personal preference type thing. So you gotta really do what you want, what you love, how you like to eat. I can only guide. I can't like steer the ship for you. Ooh-wee. That smells delicioso. So, got my onions going. And we're also gonna get our rice and beans going too. So, I'm gonna be doing 1 cup of beans per, since I'm cheating, well, 1 cup of pinto beans. You don't really, I mean 1 cup of rice per 1 cup of pinto bean, 1 container of pinto beans. And for my rice and beans, I do want some onion and pepper. I just feel like that would be ultra nice. So this is the glorious thing about cooking, is like you have so many times to like do everything and make a beautiful crafted meal. Just, I want like a small dice for your red pepper. I'm going to get my pan going too. For my rice and beans, I'm going to saute my onion and my pepper first. And then I will add my rice and add my liquid. Now, my onions are good for my collards. So I'm going to add my collards now. And I'm going to give that like 2 minutes to actually like let the moisture rise and steam a tad bit. And then I'm going to be adding my broth into it. So it is coming. And I'm going to grab a bowl because I want this to go in pretty much together. So I got my bell pepper. And then I also want 1 small onion, quickly diced up as well, about the same size as the bell pepper. There we go. And we're going to do some more canola oil in the base. And then we're going to be just putting in our, just to coat it on the bottom, not too much. You don't want it to be too greasy. And a little swivel. And you can add that in. And I really want this to develop a nice flavor, so I am going to add my Old Bay now. So, I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning into our onions and our bell pepper. Alright, so I got my half a teaspoon Old Bay. I'm going to do half a teaspoon of some fresh ground sea salt. And since I like it a tad bit spicy, I'm going to be doing a little pinch of some red pepper flakes. That's always nice. And then that's all I need really for, that's gonna be a very, very awesome rice and beans. And it's like great. It's not that complicated of a meal. I want to add my stock to my collards. It's been about 2 minutes. Just shake up your stock if you do use it that way, or broth that's pre-made. And I just want to give about, like I have a 32-ounce container, so I'm only using half of my broth, and that's just going to cook down with my collards. All right, so that's going. I have my 1 can of pinto beans. I've rinsed them really, really good. And I'm going to add this to my onion and pepper mixture for my rice. And my 1 cup of rice, which then we can do 1 cup broth, 1 cup water. There we go with that. And I think we're actually going to do about 1.5 cups because this is going to cook for a while. So 1.5 cups water, 1 cup broth, and we have our 1 can of beans, our 1 cup of our extra long white rice, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon Old Bay, pinch of some red pepper flakes. That's going to be our rice and beans. We're going to get that well mixed so that everything kind of gets cooked together. It's in our sauteed bell peppers and onion. And our collard greens are going. They're in our 16 ounces of broth with our sauteed onions. Yum, yum, yums. All right, give that a nice stir. Our corn is going. And then that is a beautiful, beautiful meal. We're going to be back here in about 25 minutes, and I will see you very soon at Lorena's Kitchen, Cooking in the Urban Studio, showing you my version of a very beautiful Southern comfort meal. See you soon. Talk to you. Bye.